Hi YouTube, today I'm going to be doing part 2 of the Panasonic DMC-ZS25 review. So let's go ahead and get started. In the previous video, I covered the panorama mode and the creative control. Today, I'll be covering these features. The first feature I want to talk about is scenery mode. In Panasonic scenery mode, they give you 17 different options for the appropriate moment. For example, you would use sunset for sunset and food for food. So I'm going to be demonstrating about how it looks with and without on some of these modes. The next mode I want to talk about is program mode. In program mode, you go to menu set and record, and this lets you change the aspect ratio, picture size, ISO, shutter speed, and etc. The mode I want to talk about is the custom modes. The basic features of the custom mode is like a speed dial. It allows you to change the settings like the program mode, but this time you can actually save the settings. So let's say I wanted to save 16 by 9, let's say 5 megapixel, no, 3.5. You can change the ISO to 3200 if you want. And let's make the shutter speed 250. So then, now it's not saved yet, but if you want to save it, you go back into the menu set, setup, go to page 2 with the custom set memory, and over here you can change the one that you saved on. So I saved on custom mode 1. I'm not sure if you can see it. But then, so I would override it and press yes. The reason why they give you the custom 2.1, custom 2.2, and custom 2.3 is because if you go to custom 2 mode, they'll give you 3 housing options to save your file. So basically, you would have 4 files. The last 3 features of this camera is the most complicated features to understand if you don't know your photography definition. So please search them up before watching. The first feature of the complicated things is the aperture priority. If you do not know what an aperture is, it is an opening in the lens when the picture is taken. It is measured in f-stop, so the smaller the number is, the bigger the opening is, which allows more light into the image sensor, allowing images to be less dark. So then in this mode, you press the exposure button, and then here you see f3.3. I think that's the smallest it has. So that would be the biggest aperture size there is. So then now you can change it. So the smallest aperture size would be f8. So then with this mode, you get to set your aperture, but it will automatically set appropriate shutter speed. The next feature is called shutter priority. A shutter is a speed that a camera uses to snap a photo. They are usually measured in fractions of a second, so the smaller the denominator, the faster the photo is snapped. However, the faster the shutter is, the less light is able to be captured in the image, resulting in a darker image. So basically, in shutter priority, you press the exposure button as well, and see on the bottom, they'll have the shutter speed, so see out of the denominator, so this would be kind of fast. And then I can go slower. See, so this would be the slowest, exactly 1 second. And then I think the fast, I don't know how fast it can go up to. See, it can go up to 1/1000 of a second. And then now it'll set an appropriate aperture for it. The last feature on this camera is called manual exposure. In this mode, you can now set both shutter and aperture value by pressing the exposure button. So then now you would use the up and down button for the shutter speed and left to right for the aperture. So it seems like I covered all the features of this camera, but I'll be making a Panasonic DMC-ZS25 review part 3, which will consist of my thoughts about the camera and test shots in different locations. So thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel And if you have any suggestions on what to take a picture of, please leave them in the comments down below.